Hello and welcome back to the Germany campaign on Hearts of Iron 3. And, well, the advance is continuing. There is a relatively large pocket forming, I think, in this part of the world. And I'm hoping we can get that closed off with all of these divisions inside that we can destroy and deal with as a result. There's a pretty sizable amount of, proletariat divisions that have appeared. So I'm hoping I can get the drop on them relatively soon. We're also closing in on Stalingrad, it must be said. So with any luck, hopefully we can clean that up as well at the same time and get a move in. In fact, it looks like some of our Slovak divisions are in a position to deploy now. They won't be great, but they will fill up the kind of some of the gaps, which is always a good thing. And we did just take Sevastopol as well in just literally a moment ago. So a nice coup to get that nice early on. And we are closing in on the capital of Moscow as well now. So all in all, things are going pretty well. Just hoping we can... Yeah, it looks like we can actually quite quickly get through there. So that's good. If we can close it off with this division, that would be lovely, because if we can kill these units in here, then pretty much all of their northern forces are trapped. There's a similar battle going on in this part of the world. I'm hoping that, yeah, in the next few hours we're going to be able to attack with these divisions and hopefully break through and destroy, or, you know, take out their spot here in the run towards Leningrad, but we will see. Looks like they've got a little bit of extra support coming in. And yeah, our Marines are getting ready to attack over the river. It's one of their better skills. Okay, and then we will take the rest of these divisions forward one place. We want to get the airborne units up and running. Got more than enough strength to push through there. With a bit of luck, he says. Not fully believing it, but living in constant hope. Okay, so a little bit of a job to do in this part of the world. But enough for us to close off the pocket. Because right now we're keeping these divisions locked down. So we can push like that. They're already going in the direction we want. As are they, that's good. Right, let's push forwards with some of these units and get that surround going in a good way. Start sending support elsewhere. Nice. We'll take this. And I think the encirclement of the capital is moving along now. Okay, there's one set of units taken out and organized. And there's some sort of small push or attempt to push out happening, but it looks like we've got it organized. We've got a Panzer free there and an infantry unit free here. I think we want to try and really knock down that one there if we can. Let's knock out that light armored division. I would love to pick up another encirclement here, another 9, 7, 4. It would be good. Right, and I think they're attempting to move out, but I think we can organize that quite nicely. Okay, and we've got the Fortress Busters in place. Looks like they've got some extra units that have just spawned. Doesn't look like there's much of anything actually over there to contend with. And there's a huge amount of production spare, but we kind of need everything at the moment, by the looks of it, for getting our units freed up. Okay, and... oh, we just lost some submarines there, all of a sudden. We're going to take you that way, and then we're going to move you up there. And let's take them in that direction. Okay, this looks like we are in a good place. So I think we've just caught ourselves an entire Russian army on the back foot there. So I think we will take that. And, oh, we just unlocked Carrier Task Force. Very nice. And I would like us to get a proper encirclement on the way. I mean, there's a lot of proletariat divisions just kind of randomly dotted around here. We need to mobilize our forces a little bit better in this part of the world. We've got a whole bunch of like infantry and things that we can use to that end. Okay, and some Hungarian mountain units. We'll take that. Okay, and some tanks freed up as well. Okay, that's good. We can slim down the front line a little bit. Okay, so that's a nice cleanup routine there. As is that one. Good. We'll take this. This is good. Okay, and let's try and maybe close up this as well at the same time. They're still suffering from a really large amount of issues with organization. Okay, and they're getting into a smaller and smaller pocket. Like it is not going so well. Let's help close off that area there. Okay, we managed to get a little victory on this part of the world. And it looks like we're beating out that one there. And yeah, don't want to trade in that location if that's okay. Thank you very much. Oh, the game had a moment there. I'm going to drop a little save because I'm slightly concerned about the game kicking the bucket. It's 1066. Ah. Okay, there's a small counterattack happening here, but we can deal with it. And at a glance, it looks like we can finish off this bit. Right, let's organize that. Move them forwards. Complete the encirclement. And it does look like they might be able to break out of the pocket over here, which would be a damned shame, but it's okay. We will accept it. And let's, yeah, move these guys north. Being counterattacked by one single tank division. Right, and then we want to get around here and surround it from this direction if we can. And there's a lot of divisions in there. It would be great to catch them, to be honest. Okay, there's a port strike ready to launch. Amazing. Right, let's take you, you, and you, and go like that. Let's take you, you, and you. Like so, and maybe support attack there with you. This might be a tough battle, but we'll try and make it work. Yeah, heavy tanks. Always a struggle. Oh, and some annoying partisans. Great. Let's take some of these infantry and let's maybe try and move them around the flank here like so. Not bad. Struggling a little bit in this battle, but we'll try and make it work. Okay, and this is going pretty well over here. Okay, let's take all of you and move you around there like this. Keep that push going. Okay, and we're still training a decent amount of officers every day. Building up that ratio and keeping it in a good place. And yeah, I'm going to try and get around the flank, I think. tough battles over here. And what if we were to move, yeah, some units over here? How would that do? Right, ground attack there, thank you. Help turn that battle in our favour. Right, and we've nearly tried to, or we've nearly finished off literally everything. Let's try and maybe move you up there. There's this funny old little, like, pocket of units down here that we want to try and deal with if we can. Okay, and they are still really trying. It's not working, but they're trying. We want to try and free up a little bit of room if we can. Support attack there. If you'd be so kind, get the job done. And let's use some of these guys to put the ball well and truly in our court. Right, nice port strike ready to launch. I do wonder if we can get, like, a nice little surround going in some of these other areas. Oh, we've got a tank division freed up here. You know what? We will take it. Like this, and then you go like that. I think we are starting to clean up the front line now. Still losing an absolute mass of rare materials each day, but that's okay, we'll make it work. Right, let's take those mountain units, go that way. Our move on the Caucasus has already bared a little bit of help, which is nice. Okay, and there is a bit of an armored push happening, but it's not too bad. Right. Now, are we going to give them what they need, which is a good escape route? Let's see if we can't tempt them to go that way. Maybe we can tempt them to go this direction and leave. We will see. If we were to launch our attack now, how would it do? Well, it doesn't seem too bad. In fact, it seems pretty good. Let's ground attack it. Let's go. A lot of these guys need a little bit of rebase and support. Yeah, let's move them all up there. Try and lend a little bit of additional support. Push in where we can. So you're going to ground attack. Can you do it? So that NKVD division looks like it's had better days. I'd love to end this out on having taken Leningrad for this episode. That would be pretty good going. And I think that pocket just disintegrated round here. The one that the 17th Panzer was working on. So just freed up a load of more divisions and taken out a load of enemy units from the roster. Right, we're gonna... Can't be having that battle happen. That's a poor battle. Let's try and clean this up a little bit. Well, we've pushed further, I reckon, than the Germans ever did. And captured another 3 divisions along the way. And, you know, the Finns might actually complete a little bit of a push themselves. If we're careful about it. Right, there might be another opportunity to take out an absolute load of divisions. Okay, and this looks like it's going in our favour. Bombers are making a dent. Try and... I think we should try to sneak around them, to be honest with you. Do something like that. Go where the fighting isn't very thick. And deal with a frontage all along there. Four. And it's Chuikov in the capital there that we need to deal with. Right, nice simple surround. We will take it. Let's get around the flank like that. Yeah, not very concerned about the Slovak units. I'd prefer if they were a little bit more effective, but they're doing their job. Right, let's spread out like this. Push with you, do something like that. Yep, that's good. Oh, they've got one division that's already broken. Yeah, you're not gonna cut the supply lines, I'm afraid. That's not going to happen. Our units are pretty organized. Nice. Okay. That looks good. Would love to, like, pocket a bunch of these divisions, maybe. Do something like that, but they seem to have just been given a bunch of units for the sake of it. Because that's often how the game works. Right, we've lost a unit there to a break. Right then. There's a small little counterattack coming our way, but it's just a bunch of prisoner units. So, I have faith. Okay. Is that? Yeah. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. I think that's divisions not spawning, but coming our way. So, 0.2. Alright, come on, Fortress Busters, you've got this. Into the streets you go. Okay, all of our main axis of advances are doing pretty well, with the exception of a couple of weird kind of spots around here where, to be honest with you, they've just spawned a bunch of divisions that we're having to now get to the bottom of and deal with. It looks to me like our taking of Moscow is now on the cards. And yeah, happy for that to head on through. Come on. One single tank division. Should be able to handle this. He's a better commander. So that's a little bit frustrating, but it's okay. Yeah, it's this down here that's a bit of a mess. But I think we can handle it. Especially with the reinforcements that we've got on the way. Just taking a hot second for them all to arrive. And yeah, I think we're grouping them into nice little areas with which to surround them. And they're a bunch of prisoner units, so hopefully they can handle things. Come on. Okay, and then we can actually bring probably these guys on up as well to do something similar and launch a bit of a bombing campaign. So they've got very low chance of reinforcement, but yet they came in anyway. Because of course they did. Right, do your ground attack there, please. And they'll be nearly there as well. Right, ground attack, thank you. So these units are all pretty weak. We should be able to deal with them easily enough. Right. And not a chance there. It all just comes down to hopefully them retreating away from us, so that we can finish the job. 1.1 is no bad thing. Okay. And it's, Bodoni with the Leningrad district. Okay, and yeah, this is starting to look more like a standard front line now. And there's a lot of units over here to break through and destroy. I think we can do it. It might look like they've got a lot of people in the field, but a lot of them will not be very good. Okay, so one unit just broke there. 0.2 an hour, so shouldn't be too long now. And small little action taking place here. Concentrate on Leningrad. 5.6, not too bad. It smells like victory to me. With every tick up and moment that goes by. Oh, and I can see there was a single commando unit that joined in. So the Finns have decided to launch in as well. And I'm seeing a couple of cracks happening from down in South America that I'm going to need to attend to in a minute. And those Italian bombers are helping. Okay. There's a lot of divisions up here, and if we can complete this little push here, we might be able to capture all of them, which would be quite something. We'd pretty much wipe out all of their northern forces without too much issue. Let's take those infantry. Yeah, move them around a little bit. Okay, beyond it looking a little bit kind of weird over here, where I've not been paying as much attention. Overall, it could be a lot worse. I just want to end this out by taking this one out. And it's just Budoni. Oh, he's broken. We've won the Battle of Leningrad. Right, come on. In your trot. Let's take some of you and move you that way. You can act as the rear guard. I don't want to say it was easy, but there we go. That is the end of Leningrad. And I think we will call it an episode here, everyone. So thank you very much for watching. With the fall of Leningrad, we are in a good position now to launch our next stage, which will be to take Moscow. It looks like we've surrounded a pretty decent pardon me, amount of divisions in that area. The hope will be that we can maybe get another surround going in this part of the world. In fact, before we hit save, let's just send out some of our forces to deal with this. Looks like we've got some annoying divisions here, there, and everywhere that we need to resolve and move around. But overall, I think we've done a pretty good job all in. We're starting as well a bit of a surround of like this northern pocket area with Finland. There is a huge amount of divisions. I mean, we're counting at least probably 25, 30 odds, maybe even 40 units around here that we can try and go for, including a Stalin thing. But yeah, that is the plan. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and in the next episode we'll also need to clear off this, well, rather large spaghetti monster that we've got down here in the south. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next episode. Thanks again. Bye-bye.